growing up with the studio and stuff, I mean, your dad must have taught you tons of tricks, right?
He would be the one to tell you he was a really bad teacher.
Oh,
So I just think just being around it and being the environment, maybe I'm just more interested in it. I think just being, by osmosis, so to speak.
Rock, metal, prog, and everything in between. Welcome to this episode of Talkin' Rock with Meltdown. Don't forget to follow the audio-only Talkin' Rock podcast on all podcast platforms. And now, it's time for today's conversation. Here's Meltdown.
what's going on, Wolfgang? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm doing well. We're here in Detroit. It's like Detroit, Michigan. It's like a big, huge storm just blew through. It's been hot as balls here.
Yeah, it's getting hot coming into summer.
Now, does your uncle live here or something, like up in northern Michigan or something?
Yes, I have an uncle that lives. My uncle David lives up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. So maybe you'll be able to see him. So I think you're playing here twice this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, coming up at Soaring Eagle, you're playing with Creed August 23rd, then November 19th at the Fillmore in downtown Detroit. So how'd the last Creed tour go for you?
Oh, it was wonderful, man. They're great dudes, and the crowds were wonderful. It was a really good time. I'm excited for this round two.
Yeah, I talked to Scott Stapp last week, and my wife comes up with funny questions, not on purpose, but she says, ask him how his chickens are doing, which I would have never thought of. So I don't know if you ever talked to Scott Stapp about his chickens.
I don't talk to Scott Stapp about his chickens. I'll ask him next time.
He says he's in an HOA now, so they can't have any. So
Ah, damn. Okay, then I won't. That must be a sore subject.
do you have any animals at your house?
I do not. I am. I live vicariously through my mother, who has five cats. I'm allergic, but I still love cats, so I just like take a Zyrtec and power through it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, yeah. I have some friends of mine that are allergic, and of course, whenever you're allergic to cats, the cats at your neighbor's house, they always come to you first.
Yeah, they're drawn to you. They know. They can tell.
Find that is that true?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, my friends are. It's the funniest thing. They'll come over and lay on my friend's lap. I'm like, these cats will never lay on my lap. But anyway, so yeah, lots happening with in your world. Of course, the end dropped. The video dropped a couple months back. Are you a horror movie fan?
Yeah, yeah. Being able to work with not only Robert Rodriguez, but the FX legend Greg Nicotero, who from Walking Dead and everything he's done. It was it was a crazy thing to be a part of.
No, it's really cool. So, what are some of your favorite horror movies?
Oh man, I I really enjoyed that the It reboot. I thought that first one was a really good one, and that's just like recent memory. What else was there? The Substance that just came out last year was really, or was it this year or last year? I can't remember.
It
That
came out
was
years ago. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. I don't know why. It's just I haven't been able to watch it.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, no, being able to work with Robert, man, it's super crazy.
Yeah, no, that people are saying like this Dust Till Dawn type vibe. Have you seen that movie Sinners yet?
No, I heard that's amazing, and I when I'm home, I like don't leave the house, so maybe I'll see it on the road.
Come on, man, you got enough connections. You can just have somebody just ship it to your house. No, that's a great movie. It has some Dust Till Dawn in there as well. Like with are you into the zombie stuff or the vampire stuff or anything like that?
I mean, I'm cool with them. I mean, they showed up in the video, so sure.
Yeah, speaking of zombies, I just watched 28 Years Later. I don't know if you have any plans to watch that.
No, that's the one that's about to come out, right?
No,
Or
right now it just came out. Yeah.
oh, it just came out? Yeah, I haven't. The only one I saw the very first one, the days. So they skipped months, right? So it was days, weeks, and now it's years.
I
So
believe.
I guess they missed the months window for that.
Well, there's more to come. Spoiler alert. I won't tell you too much about that, but
Okay. What, 28 decades later next? Is that what's going on?
might be. I don't know. So when do you when do you leave and go back out and tour?
We are out. I think not, the ninth is the first show of the Creed tour. So I think we leave like the fifth or sixth because we got some rehearsals prior to that. So yeah.
And so, what are you doing in the downtime right now? You working on three?
I've been working on some stuff that everybody will probably hear about pretty soon. But really, this has been kind of my little summer break before summer. I haven't really had much time off lately, so the past month has been nice to kind of collect myself before we go out for another couple months.
Yeah. You say working on some stuff that you'll find out about soon with other people or just your own stuff?
Mammoth related stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And as far as three is concerned, will it be all you again, or are you bringing in other? Uh,
When it comes to the studio, I definitely have too much fun playing everything on my own. So that's definitely the process.
all right. So yeah, that's interesting because like you're really a hands-on guy, aren't you?
Sure.
I mean, you don't want to have anyone else's input or anything like that?
I mean, the Elvis, my producer, is kind of that other half when it comes to, me doubting myself or if I'm, going down the right path or not. And he's definitely that other half in the studio that kind of helps make sure it lands where it's supposed to.
Yeah, I've interviewed a bunch of bands, and like their producer might be the fourth or the fifth member of the band or something like that. So I guess it's just you two guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
And growing up with the studio and stuff, I mean, your dad must have taught you tons of tricks, right?
No.
No tricks?
No, he would be the one to tell you he was a really bad teacher.
Oh,
So I just think just being around it and being the environment, maybe I'm just more uh interested in it. I think just being, by osmosis, so to speak.
you stole the words right out of my mouth. There's a couple radio guys I worked with in the past, and not even talking to them about radio, just through osmosis and listening to them, it's like you kind of soak it in, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So any time frame for that, or just
I would say within if you focus on the Mammoth socials the next couple weeks, I think if you're excited to hear something, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
okay? Fair enough. I know everyone I talk to are like, we can't tell you when it comes out. We can't tell you what it's called. So sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to pry, but I'm trying to be respectful as well. So sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But anyway, so what else is happening in your world, man?
Nothing, just getting ready for the tour. Very excited to just to turn the machine back on and get going.
Yeah. You really like touring the country, huh?
Yeah, I mean, being able to connect with the crowds and being able to, just play it. I mean, it's the whole other half of what we do. It's fun to be in the studio and create, but being able to share that with the crowd who's stoked to hear some music is the best.
How often do you think about playing these songs live when you're recording them?
The very first Mammoth album, it was more about trying to figure out what the project was. But by the time, we toured for 2 years, now that's always in the back of my mind when I'm doing a song where it's like, oh, this will probably be cool live. So yeah, that's definitely part of the process, going like, oh, this would be a cool thing live, or I think this would kill, sort of thing.
Yeah. And if there's something that you're not thinking that, do you kind of rearrange it or readjust it, or no? You just kind of go with it.
No, I think I don't know. I think it's important to sort of challenge yourself, and so I think maybe I mean some things don't really work as well live as they would in the studio, but you don't really know that until you try it.
Yeah. So are you going over to this back to the beginning show with Ozzy?
I unfortunately had to back out because the Creed tour starts like the day after, and I
Um,
won't be able to pull it off. Unfortunately, I'm very excited to see to watch it. But I unfortunately had to back out.
yeah, because I think last time when you were here in November, you had just played or just recently played that Ozzy gig.
Yeah, yeah, for the Rock Hall thing, that was a crazy thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, crazy train with a crazy thing, no doubt. Uh, yeah, I mean, we were talking about that before, but yeah, John Five said something to me just a couple months ago, and I guess until you hear it, it's pretty obvious. But he talked about the difference between Iommi and Randy Rhoads, which is like night and day. But I never thought about it. Ozzy was in Sabbath, then he starts a new band with a completely different guitar player. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean that's just how things go, I guess. I think both guitar players have their own thing that makes them special for sure.
All right, I'll tell you, I'll put you on the spot here. I wasn't even thinking about this, but who's your favorite guitar player to play with Ozzy?
I mean, I'm really bad at picking, because that almost implies you don't like another one in comparison. And I feel like, on Randy was amazing, and I feel like, but you can't not give cred to Tony being the legend and groundbreaking genre creator he was and
Mm,
is,
yeah.
you know. So I
Yeah.
love them all. I hate, that's not the answer you want to hear, but
I know. Listen, I know you're in this situation where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right?
always.
Yeah. Sammy Hagar, I was talking to him a couple weeks ago, and he gave you nothing but mad props and says you had to put a lot of, he had to put up with a lot on the internet. And he says he told me he's proud of you, and in his words, he said, "Let that boy boogie." That was his term to me.
I will boogie.
Well, listen, Wolfgang, we'll see you here coming up at Soaring Eagle on August 23rd, and then of course on November 9th with Miles Kennedy. Man, I love Miles Kennedy, great guitar player, and it's hard to find somebody that sings as effortlessly as he does.
He is a beast, man. And I don't think people realize how amazing of a guitar player he is. He's obviously the incredible singer he is, but he's just as, if not better, on guitar. He's unbelievable. It's unfair.
Yeah, it's kind of wild the connections you have. Of course, like you said, you're going out with Creed, and then those guys have Alter Bridge, and then then you're playing with Miles and stuff. And
Yeah, one big happy family.
I guess, yeah, and I don't know if you know about this, but Alter Bridge is actually named after a bridge that was here in Detroit.
Yeah, in Detroit.
Oh,
Mark always told me that. Yeah, that's why that's all. That's why the way you say it too. Normally, fans of the band always call it Alter Bridge, but you said Alter Bridge because
oh,
it is a bridge.
I've never even thought about that before. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe it's a Midwest thing, or yeah,
it's
because
the emphasis. It's Alter Bridge, not Alter Bridge.
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, because I know like what's his name? The people from Chicago will say like Westland, and while we say Westland.
It's land. Yeah, exactly.
So, well, Wolfgang, thank you so much for your time, man. Continued success, and we'll see you here in Michigan.
Thank you very much, man. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, bro.
Take care.